After being in business for 10 years, you start asking yourself, what's holding us back?
As a team, we dreamed of owning a cutting-edge production space that would give us unlimited creative potential within a large-scale studio. We just didn't know when it would become a reality for us.
The goal was to have an all-in-one property that could perform in all the ways that we needed: storage, production, office, meeting spaces, lounge, everything. And then in the beginning of 2021, we found it. In downtown Bismarck, a barrel roof steel building from 1946 went up for sale and was begging to be updated.
We purchased it later that year and started designing plans to overhaul the entire space. We knew it was going to be the project of a lifetime. Had we known how much work it would have been, we may have never started.
Reality hit quickly. In the first couple months of demolition, the drop ceiling and the 2 to 3 feet of insulation on the top of it had to be removed. We'd hoped not to have to redo the exterior walls, but we were in for a big surprise. When you have holes in your wall big enough for rabbits to get into, that's a sign that you'll need to redo them. That meant reinforcing, re-insulating, and resealing the walls as well. The amount of dust, grime, and dead animals that lurked in those walls could have probably set some kind of a world record. And don't even get me started on the electrical. It basically all had to be redone.
Some tasks challenged us both mentally and physically, and yet for all that effort, the end result could go almost unnoticed. The first dirty job was individually cleaning all the purlins and trusses that support the roof. Decades of thick dust and grime had accumulated on every surface, and we had to clean it all by hand.
We hired a structural engineer early on to help solve the structural puzzle before us. One of his first recommendations was to add support to the purlins we had just cleaned. So we ordered 90 6-foot pieces of C-channel steel, each weighing over 50 pounds. Each of these had to be carefully installed overhead using well over 1,000 industrial-grade metal tapping screws.
The next structural problem we tackled was the tension rods that ran between the trusses and in the corners. These rods were problematic because they limited the usable vertical space in a lot of areas. So our engineer came up with an X-brace solution. These 300-pound pieces of L-channel were hoisted and welded in place in each corner of the building. Each piece required 4 people to lift into position. It was probably the most nerve-wracking part of the process, but the outcome was worth it.
The final huge job was resurfacing the concrete floors. There were layers of history from when it was a warehouse, an auto body shop, and most recently a dance studio. We put diamond pads on our trusty speed scrubber to slowly grind down the surface of the concrete. It took thousands of passes over the course of months to get the floor looking like it does today.
Some of you may be wondering, what is a studio space like this for? Threefold specializes in studio filmmaking. And with this expansion, we now have a much larger space to control lighting and sound, construct our own sets, and reduce so many variables that come with on-location filming.
What sets this space apart is versatility. Even amidst renovation, it has served as the backdrop for countless projects. We've now built studio sets for global clients that required vehicles, huge storefronts, and interiors pulled from our imagination. We've detailed and lit industrial equipment for show-stopping teasers. We filmed intimate interviews with clients new and old to bring important messages to audiences far and wide.
Since everything we need is here, we can truly craft perfection, fine-tuning every detail long before the cameras roll.
We're always dreaming up something new, and we don't have to wait for good weather to make it happen. But when the shoot calls for it, our truck and gear trailer are ready to deploy.
As we designed this space, we focused on using unique materials with specific functions. We covered almost every surface with felt panels and slat walls. These diffuse sound and also infuse texture and character into every corner. Our custom steel staircase with white oak treads serves as a functional element and a striking centerpiece. The glass railing keeps our space open and modern, plus lets a lot of light in. As a way to add contrast to our clean workspace, we painted the now exposed trusses a stark black and white. So, what stands out to you?
Because you're here today, you are now a part of Threefold history.
It's been a journey creating this space designed to inspire, connect, and elevate our craft.
Thank you for being here to help us celebrate.
And stay tuned for exciting projects coming out later this year.
Welcome to the place we love. We hope that you love it too.
Welcome to Threefold.